Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm looking at Cursed Deceptions, and she's as a PC a lot better than as an NPC.
Yeah, that's the idea. I make the NPCs a little bit weaker than a player for sure. They're sidekicks. They're not the main star of the show, right?
Yeah.
She had some cool stuff she could do, especially with her meta magic. But yeah. All right. Welcome to Force of Flesh, everybody. It's episode 117. We're back. We're here. We're playing some games. Things have gotten a little crazy and out of hands lately on the show. But before we get into that, let's go around, have everyone introduce themselves and their character, and then we'll jump in, I guess. Back into the void. First, we've got Ferdy here playing the diviners for you guys, Abe and Flo. Ferdy, how are you?
I'm doing well. Hi guys, I'm playing Abe and Flo. These are like they're changeling brothers and sister. They used to be dwarves back in the day. They're owners of the Ebb and Flow store in District 10. Wheel of Fortune. Last time they tried helping with a bug infestation. Unfortunately, they didn't help that much.
Trapped me in a hamster ball.
Yes, helping.
And then
in
released
quotes.
it.
Now you've got me in trouble with Quartz because half of her tables are gone.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta let you gotta spin the wheel and let fate do what it do, you know?
Huh.
That's why I got a reverse Wheel of Fortune's card.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ferdy. Up next, we have someone who had a very interesting episode last time. Mori playing Lucero for you guys. Mori, how's it going?
Well, I'm learning my lesson on being friendly.
It always costs you something. Sometimes your life.
Apparently.
Yeah. So essentially you're now dying.
Yep.
So if you didn't catch last session, there was an interaction between Lucero and Hands, Stained with Blood, is his name, last session, where it was some downtime. The party was sort of relaxing. Everything was pretty chill. They were hanging out in their nice, safe mansion. And Hands was drinking ale for the first time and cleaning his super powerful gun that he may have traded his soul for. And Lucero started asking questions about the gun. Hands was showing how it worked, and then the gun accidentally went off when Kyo rolled double ones on a sleight of hand check because they were drunk. And of course, rolled the worst possible thing that could be rolled. I, being the nice GM that I am, was like, okay. Well, it goes off, but maybe it doesn't hit Lucero. So make an attack roll. To which Kyo said,
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah. So the gun goes off, hits Lucero, and then of course Lucero failed the con save and now has some horrific void bugs burrowing in them.
I also rolled the worst possible number of days left to live.
But players don't know that.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is.
Characters don't know that. I do at least have the bug out of my chest, thanks to Maki-e's
The
quick
original
thinking.
bug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now I'm just going to be a parent seahorse style in the most gruesome way.
Oh my God. I should have posted the seahorse gif with those social media posts. Oh no. That would have been great. I'm sorry for our social media friends who didn't get to see that. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll get to the seahorse gif. There it is in the table talking. Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know, the Discord is public. You can join it. If you're watching on YouTube, links in the description below. If you're watching on Twitch, I guess I can post it for you. Give me 1 second and I'll I will pull that up. I should have it ready. Here it is. Oh, my own chat is like, you have to agree to your rules before you're allowed to post.
Yeah, agree to them.
I do break my own rules all the time. Okay. Well, okay. This is gonna be a long intro. Well, thank you, Mori. Up next, we've got Keo playing Quartz for you guys. Keo, how's it going?
It's going good. Quartz is busy making a feast for the people in her mansion. She slept through most of the events of last session. Because she was sleeping in her noise-free room, her soundproofed room, even though her entire lobby area is being demolished by her companions.
Yeah.
And she asked them about it, but she didn't really get an answer quite yet. But she did get the two NPCs back with the rest of the gang. And she, I think, along with everyone else, knows that something's up with what's his face?
Ruin. Everyone except Curse Deception picked that up, I think.
Oh yeah.
So she doesn't quite trust them right now in her place, but she's wary.
Yeah. When you say something is up with Ruin, what do you mean? What are you talking
about? I think he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't recognize us.
Yeah.
He got factory reset.
Yeah. That's one way to put it, yeah. To be fair, Cursed didn't really seem to recognize you at first either. At the very but the difference was Cursed recognized Hands and kind of recognized Ruin, I think. Like her original crew. But yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on there. Remember when they told you about how they regenerate and stuff? They were talking about how like sometimes they come back a little bit different. Sometimes like if the head was particularly damaged, they don't remember anything, stuff like that. Heck, Marred Flesh was just talking about that because she can't remember how to fight or anything, and that's part of the reason that Lucero was taking Marred under their wing to be an apprentice. But yeah, there's definitely something going on there for sure. Cool. Thank you, Keo. Up next, we got the newest member of the crew, Joeann, playing now Cursed Deception for you guys. How's it going, Joeann? How are you liking the game so far?
I like it. I promise I know how to. I'm Joeann. I'm playing Curse of Deception, who is a tiefling sorcerer, which is a brand new concept to me. Not the tiefling, but the sorcerer. So we'll see how this goes. She currently has recovered from a fatal, beheading, as they tend to be, and doesn't really have anything to go on besides she knows her crew is here. She thinks that Ruin knows who she is, which is very sad to think about. And she's walked into this group of now strangers to find out that her friend has done the exact thing she could have sworn she's told him to not do.
Yeah.
And now we're here. Thank you all for having me.
Thanks for being here. And good job. All right. Next up, we've got Ella playing Maki-e. I think I have a new token I need to put in for you. But
Yep.
how's it going, Maki-e?
Maki-e Maki-e is struggling. She is definitely in denial that there's a chance she's going to lose her partner forever. She doesn't want them to die. So she is doing everything that she possibly can to try to make sure they don't. And she has decided that because of Hans' actions, Hans has volunteered to do any dirty work that she doesn't want to do, such as experimenting on, or like you being her guinea pig for experimenting her poisons, or if anybody's like, well, we need to do this, but I don't want to do it. Anybody else want to do it? She will immediately volunteer Hans.
Poor Hans.
This is Hans' atonement. The it will only get worse if Lucero actually dies.
Oh,
How
Yeah.
far would Maki-e go to stop that from happening?
How far?
Yeah. Like,
Pretty
yeah.
far, I feel like.
how far would you go for your spouse that you've spent 10,000 years with?
Yeah, I'd imagine really far, yeah. The reason I ask is like, would you be willing to go against Heaven, for example? Because out of all the characters, I think it's probably fair to say you would be the most strict in the ways of the
Yeah.
Arcana.
Yeah, you see, I've thought about that these last 3 weeks. I have. And I still haven't decided yet if Maki-e would betray her Arcana for anybody, but we'll see when the time comes, how the emotions are running.
Yeah. That's just something I was thinking about. With that said, Lucero has basically accepted their fate and I think last time
Yeah.
we heard the two of you talking, and Lucero was saying something about the chain being broken. Finally, almost like they were looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
But
how they would no longer be trapped or something like
Yeah.
that, which Maki-e also feels very guilty about, but also still in denial that Lucero might die. Like she's feeling very like he wants to be free so much that he's willing to potentially die permanently for it, and that's what another part of why she's so upset about the whole situation.
Yeah, maybe we'll learn some more about that going forward. That was some good stuff. Thank you, Ella. And last but not least, we've got Zach playing Candor. Zach, how are you doing?
Not bad. Mostly this weekend almost killed me, but other than that, I'm fine. You know, besides leaving them alone for 5 minutes and this happens.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. You're definitely having a much better day than they are, for sure. Yeah, you can't trust these people alone for 5 seconds, that's for sure.
I'm a giant toddler. What do you expect?
You do have that neat little new trinket you picked up from that strange shopkeeper you visited.
I do have a curious gem.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Quick, I'm gonna stick it
Me
inside
too.
Lucero.
Well, what if you took him to the shop and the shopkeeper had a way to make Lucero back in time?
I mean, I did
Oh,
plan on
God.
taking him back there, so.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, oh,
That helps.
See, but we run the risk of it goes forward in time instead.
You know, that's a risk worth taking if it's inevitable.
Yeah, it did seem like his own time lock effect was outside of his control because he even died right in front of you. I think at one point. Yeah.
It's okay. I fixed him.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Zach, and welcome everybody. So yeah, I mean, we've done the gist of last episode's summary already. Basically, you guys got up and you woke up from your nap in your mansion from your rest, I guess. But before that, Hands shot Lucero with the gun. Lucero might be dying now. Afterwards, you sort of reunited with Cursed and Ruin, who had passed away recently. They had been unalived in Minecraft, you might say, for the YouTube censors. But they're back now. Slightly different, but back nonetheless. Where do you guys remember where exactly we left off last time? I know Cursed wasn't back for long. But I think we were outside the mansion. Is that right?
No, they just went in.
no, we were still inside.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
We
just went
still
in.
have yet to
remember-
leave.
This is the wrong map. I don't know why I put you on. That's a very old
I
map.
remember that Curse Deception was asked a question and she was gonna reply, but Joeann needed some time to think, and it was time for a session to end anyway. So we were like, well, why don't we just call it for the day, and that'll give you time to think about how she'll respond. But I don't remember what she's responding to.
Oh no! I remember it was kind of
Wait,
a good cliffhanger.
What about Mori's notes? You have in your notes the whole session,
do.
right? Can we
Yes.
can we see what those?
Let's take a look at them. Yeah.
What was that last bit?
Do you want just
Open
the
it.
question, or do you want the entire quote?
Let's get the entire quote. Let's go all the way.
Talking to Grandma.
Hands is talking to Grandma. Is that what you said?
That was
What was,
part of
oh god, what was her name? Whisper in the Wind.
Yeah.
I think was her name. So Hans was about to ask her, gets interrupted by that, and then asks his question. It was, okay, Cursed, I'm gonna ask her. Don't worry. I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of a conversation. I'm literally doing what you're telling me to do. Okay, Cursed, what's the last thing you remember?
Oh yeah. And then that's where we left off.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I remember it being like a good cliffhanger.
Mhm.
All right. So we fade back in with that pause hanging in the air. We fade in on like a close-up shot of Cursed's face. Cursed, what is the last thing you remember?
I remember is this feeling of red and then a pain in my neck and then black. I know Ruin, I know Hand, but I don't remember any of you. So
Hands kind of like nods, and he says, well, you heard the lady. Cursed, we were out on a contract. Do you remember? You remember us running jobs for mining light?
I remember some physical labor, yes.
He nods. He says, well, we had a job for our contact in the Hungering Crypts. New
Our
light
contact?
veins. Yeah, he nods and he says, Ma soaked in sinew. And he, like, with a question mark on it.
I don't.
He furrows his brow and he says, he's the one who helped us with her. And he points at Faithless Sorrow.
Cursa just kind of nods to Faithless Sorrow.
She studies you. She's trying to gauge your reaction here. Let me give her an insight check. Pull up her sheet. 1 second. Roll 20 is being a little bit laggy. Just a tad. Okay, here we go. Normal wisdom roll. 15. You can either make a persuasion or deception, I guess, here. In secret, if you want. But basically what she's trying to do is gauge whether you have any idea what he's talking about or not.
It's 6 one way, half a dozen.
So you can make either roll. Or you can just make like a charisma check, I guess, if you want.
Sorry, you said the insight was to gauge on my reaction on her presence?
On, like, she's trying to figure out if you said you're playing along, it seems like, with what Hans is talking about with this person named Ma soaked in sinew.
Right.
And so she's trying to see if you remember, if you're just playing along, or if you're just like, yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, you're hard for her to read. So she kind of like looks you up and down. She doesn't make a face one way or the other, but she turns her attention back towards Hans. And he says, new light veins opened up not far from the city, a place called Valley of Pained Perfection. Gold light, different from what we'd seen before. Ma wanted some of them, so he sent us out to collect. We got there. We found these around one of the veins. He kind of like gestures to the other people that you don't recognize. A lot of them, it's kind of strange. Like they do have, for the most part, all of them have like a certain aura about them. It's kind of dangerous. Like they, if the best way I can explain it is they seem like they have more color to them than any of you guys do. But you're also sort of, in a weird way, drawn to them like a moth to a light, you know? Like a bug lamp. But there is a certain sense of danger about these people.
Just like a bug lamp.
Yeah, just like a bug lamp, yeah.
I've become moth.
Yeah.
I am become Mothra.
Luce's brow's gonna furrow a little bit, and they're gonna look at Hans and go, well, the golden light is new?
Hans nods, yeah. he says many of the areas, the way the light influences them has changed recently. He says, what was that guy's name that you guys fought out there? The
Glistening Agonies.
Yeah, Infinite Glistening Agonies. Yeah, that's his name. He says, Infinite Glistening Agonies recently, within the last few months, weeks, had started feeding off of these veins, growing in power. He says the waters that we passed through on the way back to the city, those that place had only become flooded like that with her arrival. And he points towards Faithless Sorrow. And he says, and also not too long ago, the fires came back. I had heard of places consumed with fire before, but never seen one, at least that I can remember. But with its return, the forges in the city lit up once again.
She's just gonna nod to Han. And her face is one of that's like trying to calculate and process everything that he's told her in this moment. Because without having really an idea of what is going on, it's a lot. She just knows the people she was closest to. I feel
There's kind of a look of concern on Hans's face as he's like telling you this. I think he's probably realizing that that maybe you're missing a lot of this. Like he's seeing the look of a lot of new information soaking in on your face, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, Cursed, you had some kind of plan in place, but, well, you know how you are. You don't always share it with the rest of us. Our keeper, our master, well, he played some sort of joke on us near the end. Yes, I'm talking about you. Sorry, not you, Cursed.
She stumbles back like, okay, shit.
Yeah, he like looks away, like off to one side when he says that, like he's talking to someone directly. But there's nobody there. He says, and he kind of like shakes his head and he says, "Sorry, Cursed, I'm not talking to you."
I hope not.
He took some new punishments on us. Some of us it's stayed with, I guess. But it seems like at a cost, you and Ruin have recovered for the time being, at least. Drove you mad.
Sure. Was great.
Yeah, he says, there was another that was traveling with us for a while, but separated.
and we've had no news of our last companion.
He says, no. He didn't tell us he was leaving. We simply turned around and he was gone, if I recall. And he kind of like looks towards the others like, isn't that what happened?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
I'm sure he'll return when he's good and ready.
See,
He's got a good nose on him.
He says, we are bringing them back to the city. Since we've returned, while you were indisposed, they've started networking. They've ingratiated themselves with the Veiled Alchemist, and it seems that they are coming up with a plan. Maybe a plan that could free us. It seems we have an interest in going after our master. They're looking for a key to get home. And, of course, our own freedom would be appreciated. It sounded like you wanted to go with them.
think that's I think that's
That's what?
sorry, the internet's a little shoddy. I said I think that's what we'll do. Given that I've been sat down to discuss such matters in this company and have not perished or come to any harm, this is okay.
Well, I mean, they literally killed you and ripped your head off, but you were mad at the time. Wasn't
It was kind of self-defense.
I suppose an apology on my part is in order. Although I can't imagine I drove myself insane to the point of inability.
wasn't you, did it?
I respect your choice.
Our master was messing with her head at the time. Prince of Madness has his ways.
I don't respect that choice.
Yes. Well, he's certainly not as kind as keepers of places like the Taboo Enclave and the Profanities, or the Debauching Vale, where you're from. But we're stuck in the pit, so we might as well make do, I guess. But if freeing ourselves from his influence is something on the table, I'm with you. We take it.
She nods to him. I think that is a good idea lest this sort of thing happen. And I stuck with nothing once.
Hands kind of like looks over towards the rest of you and says, so, what's the plan?
Our most top priority is to make sure Lucero doesn't die.
I second that.
After that, I think we were going to go and meet with someone or ask for someone called Veiled in Shadow. To set up a meeting with the scholar who might know how we can possibly get an upper hand on... I don't remember his name. So that we can get the key.
Scholar.
Yeah. Hands nods, and says, yeah, I guess Lucero had a plan for turning one demon prince against another.
What's the likelihood that we'll be able to meet them within our next couple of days? They're looking at hands.
He shrugs and he says, it sounded like we could meet them as soon as we want. We just have to get to the Taboo Enclave.
Well, I mean, the scholar. How fast is chain of command here?
He kind of tilts his head to one side like he's thinking. And he says, well, if this Veiled in Shadow is at the right hand of the Hellish Scholar, one of their pawns, I'd imagine they can get us a contact quickly. Assuming you impress them. He says, my impression from the Veiled Alchemist was this isn't just a grunt, a peon for the Hellish Scholar, but somebody that works quite closely.
At some point, since we're pressed for time, Candor, may I request your assistance in making up plans for Mard?
I could certainly try.
Thank you.
Sorry, what was the question there with Mard?
Like writing out lessons.
Oh, okay.
Never been really into the whole learning magic thing. I usually just, improvise. But we can try if we can give it a shot.
Well, with how much you've put up with me over the past couple centuries, I figured you'd at least be good with meditation.
You never get used to that.
Yeah, so the first lesson you need to have with Mard is introduction to magical theory, basically.
Yeah.
That's the first one on the schedule.
But that and the other one you gave me is what Luce is going to write out and get Candor to help them write out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so boring.
So what's
Why don't you just teach her runes first?
There is an order to things, dear.
Is this like you dictating to Candor? Like, okay, and then Candor's just like writing down everything you say for like the lesson?
No, like they're sitting side by side, and Candor actually sees for once that like if Lucero actually sat down and like wanted to do their original job, Lucero probably could have done their job fantastically.
So
When we're
Candor is
getting back,
finding out
I'm
just-
chaining you to a desk.
Candor's finding out just how much Luce was lacking off in their job.
yeah, okay. Here's a question. Do you have any levels in Wizard, Candor?
No, Bard.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's gonna be harder for you to teach somebody to be a wizard. I can tell you that. It's gonna be like impossible.
Luce figured Candor can at least help with like the basics of magic theory while Luce works on arcane symbols.
Well, the thing is, Candor's connection with magic is totally different from yours because he's a bard.
But basic magic theory would probably be roughly the same since bards have to learn their magic and so do wizards. It's not an innate magic.
That's true. Yeah, because like wizards' magic is all about like understanding the mechanics of the universe.
Yeah, but we learn magic completely differently.
Yeah, bard's magic is more like it's a part of your personality or the music.
Yeah, but
I charm the
I'm
magic into
sure-
doing what I want.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something along the lines of like the core classes that this is ridiculous. Why do I have to take this? I just want to be a bard. And the wizards are saying the same thing, but it's something that they all gotta take.
Well, I'm also thinking like the basic history, especially like them being from heaven, would know like all magic comes from the fountain and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the things that would be more wizard specific, Luce would eventually take over. But whatever Candor helps with, that's less Luce has to write.
Yeah, fair enough. And like even with arcane symbols, bards still have somatic components to some of their spells, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they can learn some of the same spells that wizards can. They just apply them differently.
Right.
Bards can learn all the spells.
Yeah.
Technically.
Bards are
I'm pretty sure we cannot learn all the spells.
But they have magical, what's it called? The one where you can pick
Oh,
any
magical
spell.
secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yes, but I've not taken any of those, so I don't. I mean, you
Yeah.
could learn them all, I guess, but that's a specific kind of bard, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could probably help with the first lesson, being that the first lesson is explain basics of magical theory, where does magic come from? That's what it says. I think you could definitely help with that. Make a history or arcana check. Are you guys wanting to do this right now?
They would probably do this later because Luce isn't going to drag Candor off for a couple of hours right before breakfast.
Okay. Sure.
Luce isn't that eager to get murdered.
All right. We'll hold off then for the time being.
Not to mention, I have a feeling Quartz would skin Luce if Luce tried to dip out of explaining what happened to her tables.
No.
I don't know about skin, but who's...
All right. Well, Hans says, well, do we want to get moving then?
We haven't even eaten yet.
First breakfast.
Quartz, is it done yet?
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
Sure.
We found out who the hangry one is. You need a hug, little one.
Are you talking to Hans?
No.
Even Flo.
Oh, like a little one.
You you offer the hug to Abe and Flo, and Maki-e just like turns and stares at you because she did tell you when you guys before you guys left your room that she suspects that Abe and Flo is the mole.
Yeah, but Luce knows that like they like borderline terrify them right now because they are infected.
Yeah. They get squeamish and try to move back.
I guess whenever 10 minutes is up, you'll just see a bunch of plates floating out of the kitchen with a bunch of food.
I forgot they did that.
And then they like circle around, like kind of wondering where they're supposed to go because there's no tables. And then, because the tables are all destroyed, and then Quartz comes out of the kitchen and points to like the bar, and then they all like fall neatly in place.
Here.
And then she comes out and goes, "So who's hungry?"
Here's where
We all the some tables.
There we go. Yeah, you guys can move around. If you want to grab your token and move it around, you can. I think we left off here when you guys went outside and got Cursed and Ruin, brought them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the food would be like along here on the bar.
All right.
And then Quartz is gonna be behind the bar and is gonna go, "So who wants to explain what happened last night? Any takers?"
Maki-e points at hands and says he volunteers.
You want the short explanation or the long explanation?
I want all the details.
So after everybody went to bed, Hans was cleaning their gun thing that they use. Went over to check it out. Hans was showing me how it worked. It accidentally went off, and the thing went inside me.
So you got shot.
Yeah.
And okay, continue.
I used message. Maki-e heard the noise, so she came down, used message, got a hold of the
Me-
youngin' over there, and yeah, they point at Abe Flo. And was hoping they would help.
I did.
To be debated. They put me in the hamster ball.
We can't
I
see
was-
the bug.
Why did you need to be put in a hamster ball if you were shot?
Because their ammo's the bug thing. You know how they are about bugs.
The
They have
ammo is
lice.
the bugs.
Lucero is going to take out the bug in the vial that they bought off of Hans and like hold it up for Quartz to see.
Yeah.
So Hans shot you with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the hamster ball.
Hans said usual tactics like fire and things only make it burrow deeper. So since I know the hamster ball doesn't let spells go out, I use shatter on myself. I thought it was working, so I went to do it again, and then like Luce like turns and looks back at Abe and goes,
Well, you know, it's so
while
hard
I
to
was-
concentrate when it's loud.
then they look at Quartz like, do I need to like iterate what happens next?
So you shattered all my tables in an attempt to get rid of the bugs.
Not realizing the ball was going to drop.
Okay, so it looks like you got the bug out. So
Maki-e.
So
But
everything's fine
now-
then.
Not
Except for
completely.
my poor tables. My poor designer tables.
You can get more of those.
I know.
I mean,
can't.
this is all
They
magic,
have
you
the-
know.
If they have the pieces, I can do mending. But
I
according
can
to
fix
Hands
it.
here, the beetle had time to lay a bunch of eggs inside me, so I'm going to be a parent within the next couple of days.
Aren't you already a parent?
Again.
Yeah, Hands has a look on their face. I'll let you decide if you want to insight check Hands or not.
Yeah.
Uh, 16.
I have permanent advantage.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the look on Hans's face is kind of apologetic, but it's clearly coming from a place of like almost confusion, but also lack of understanding. Like Hans can't really come to grips with what exactly the concern is. Like basically, like, yeah, so what? It's gonna kill you, big deal. Kind of is like Hans's sort of natural state. Because again, Hands doesn't really understand this whole death thing that you guys are so worried about. Like, you just come back.
And
So.
I think with everything that's gone on, I think it's time we finally tell them.
Well, I mean, you said there's gonna be bugs. Is there a way to get rid of them? The eggs?
No.
I'm going to use this file because apparently they like the stuff inside to try to draw them out as they start hatching.
And how long until they start hatching?
Best guess is either this time tomorrow morning to the next couple of days.
So Maki-e are just going to be holding the vial against the wound this for 4 days, 5 days, 6 days?
I told Lucero to let me know as soon as he feels any changes.
Okay. It doesn't. You guys don't seem to be freaking out about this, so I guess everything's fine then.
Maki-e's eye twitches, which you can see because she pushed her mask up so that she could eat.
Maybe just need to shower.
I did a reading last night, and it seems to be this is their will, so there's no use in fighting against it. But
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
we've been through an...
Hans's face is kind of confused when you say that. Like, he has no idea what you're talking about. He's like, a reading. What does that... Doesn't make any sense. Like, what? You read a book or something?
Lucero would pull out their tarot deck at that.
All right, Hands, make a wisdom save.
I would imagine from the back it probably looks like a plain deck of cards.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he knows what it is or not.
Oh, poor baby, I'm sorry.
Does Cursed also get this?
Cursed isn't in the immediate vicinity, so that's a fail. All right, Hands, roll me a D3.
Oh
All right. So here's what Hands does. And I'm sure just so because I want Joeann to know what the D3 was for. The D3, Joeann, was fight, flight, or freeze.
Really?
I just
Oh my god!
I just threw that in there because I thought you might appreciate it.
Glad it wasn't a 1 then.
God, my psychology brain is going to be 4 because we have fawn and
Yeah.
sorry.
There is fawn.
Wait, what?
There's fawn. There
Fight,
is
flight,
4
freeze, and
kinds of
fawn.
crisis
Yeah.
response. Yeah.
Yep.
That's why if you ever notice like abuse victims, they cater to their abuser because they are in a constant state of.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's the fawn response. Yeah.
Well, what Hands does is he had this terrified expression comes over his face suddenly, like almost all the color, if for what little there is, drains out of his face, and he just sits there and cowers, like he can't speak. He's kind of shuddering, and he's staring at the cards in your hands.
Luz would very quickly put them up at that response.
Yeah, he doesn't look. He's not really like looking at the cards anymore, so much as like where they were. But this effect is gonna last on him for at least a few minutes, or until like someone shakes him out of it.
Can I like go and comfort him? I feel like I want to do that.
Yeah, you see
that's
from
my
Luz would be
buddy.
attempting to too.
you see him from across the room.
Panic.
Like, are you watching them from across the room?
Yeah, I've been silent this whole time because I can only imagine Cursed has been observing the activities of everybody and watching them.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, you can.
Where's
go ahead.
Hands on the map right now? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's up at the bar right by Lucero.
My brain went straight to that thing. So we saw you from across the bar, and we both liked your vibe.
How you doing?
Yeah. So like, what do? Like, he's like 1,000 miles away right now in his head. He's not even paying attention. Like, you're gonna have to like physically grab him.
Damn, that just throws my whole initial reaction out the window. She's gonna like take his hand and like snap in his like next to his eyes, be like, Hands, come back. Hands, you're fine. Everything is okay, bud.
Yeah. I mean, I think it works. I won't have him make a check or anything. But he like he kind of like flinches at the sound of you snapping a couple times. But yeah, you eventually kind of pull his attention away. But he seems a little bit out of it. Like, he's like, well, what? I'm
gonna like rub his like the center of his back and put a cup of water in front of him.
Quartz is gonna shove a bowl of food in his hands. Here, eat. And then she's gonna look at the rest of them. He's like, "Why are you guys all standing around for? The food's over here."
Yeah. He'll try to eat, but it'll be like slow, at least for a couple of minutes. He'll start working his way into it once he starts to kind of get back to normal. But he's just a little out of it for a minute. Like, he's kind of confused, and he almost like really super depressed and quiet. He's kind of moping for a few minutes, but he slowly kind of starts to come back to himself.
Luz is like panic hovering, attempting to help Cursed any way they can.
All right.
Cursed is gonna just quietly say, "There's a good lad."
Candor, Abe Flo, what are y'all doing? I guess Ruin will grab a plate and find a chair.
Yeah, probably gonna grab food. Let's keep an eye on things, mostly. The moment I'm kind of just like, well, I feel like the peace that has come about from that tarot reading is not gonna last, so... Well, that's just me.
Melora just gets a cup of water. Or Faithless Sorrow, sorry. Just gets a cup of water.
Eat some of the food.
She shakes her head.
I'm not gonna tell you about it.
I'm gonna go over to Faithless and be like, whether you want to or not, being without fuel is no good for any engine. Please have some.
She kind of laughs like slightly. She says, "No, this is all the fuel I need."
Take a spoon and shove it in her mouth.
Here comes the airplane. No.
Guess it's a contested athletics check because she's not just gonna like let you shove. That's like rude, you know.
It is.
You know, like she's probably gonna fight you on that, like try to slap your hand away or something. I would imagine.
No, I'm not saying Luce is doing it. I was telling Cursed to do it.
Oh. She says, "No, really. All I need is water. I'm fine."
In all of my time, I've never seen a living being to subside on water alone. Even a demon will fall if he doesn't eat. Please have something of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Part of the hero's feast be like flavored water.
She's got a sparkling
like,
coconut LaCroix.
It's just water, but with like a lemon wedge in it. Yeah. I mean, I think she
in
kind
the
of
description of Heroes Feast, it says including magnificent food and drink.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly could be. But okay, so I'm just like, I want this interaction to go somewhere. So she kind of like looks you up and down and kind of squints as she like makes an insight check on you. Let's see what she gets here. Not super great. I mean, it's a little bit better than average. Here's what she does. She kind of like looks you up and down and kind of like meets your gaze for a second. Like she's trying to figure out if there's subtext behind what you're saying.
I hold that gaze like my life depends on it. Like this is burrowing. Like
Yeah. And she kind of like she nods and she says, "Okay. I'll eat something, I guess."
Thank
She says, and then she turns to Quartz and she says, what is good food? I'll just whatever you have.
What's your favorite?
She shrugs.
What is it? Do you not eat?
She says, not typically, no. I just drink water.
And that's enough for you.
She says, come to think of it, I've been feeling different since things changed when I got here. Maybe food will help. Maybe you're right, Cursed.
I think Quartz is gonna like summon like some floating pitcher of lemon water and like pour her a glass and then give her like a basket of like biscuits or something. And she's gonna go try this.
Yeah, she like picks up a biscuit and she kind of like hesitantly bites a small piece off. Then her eyes go wide. And then she eats like half the biscuit in one bite, and then it's gone. And then she's just like chewing it with her mouth full.
Cursed is gonna slide a pat of butter and some marmalade over to her and be like,
and she's just like, that's good. And she's like,
no.
She's like impressed. She's liking it. She's enjoying eating. Yeah, she'll take part. She's mostly stuffing her face and drinking now. but not like drinking alcohol, but like drinking the water or marmalade or like maybe even marmalade, I guess. Drinking
She's drinking the marmalade.
Delicious.
She's like eating and drinking. Like she's kind of like, oh, this is a new thing that's pretty cool. Like she's really into it.
This is really baller. Hell
Yeah.
So while we're all eating, what is our plan for the day?
Remember, we wanted to go to. Was that one place called? That one shop?
Pandemonium Pennies.
The one with the puppeteer?
Yeah. Oh, the one with the puppeteer.
Was it that one?
No, that was the one with the contact for the Taboo Enclave, I think.
Okay.
I forget what the one with the puppeteer was called. Did I take a note of it?
Of course not.
Of course not. I actually don't have my notes for that stuff open right now. Let me open them. Different notes. Oh, I thought somebody posted something. Oh, I did get a message. Oh, okay, it's all good. Anyways, while I'm looking that up, continue. We know which shop you're talking about.
Did we finish describing what happened the night before?
I think you guys did, and you guys explained it
For the
so
most
calmly that Quartz was just like, well, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal to you guys, so.
Yeah, and then Maki is like,
Lucero is just like,
it's probably obvious to especially Quartz because she has a high insight. Maki is barely containing her her mixed emotions about what's going on. She will add once everybody's eating. And by the way, you asked about the wall. That was me.
Why'd you do that?
I had to heal my partner.
Could you explain how those two things correlate? You punched the wall, and then you healed Lucero?
Yes.
Do you have to vandalize before you heal Lucero? I don't understand.
Sometimes it helps to get some aggression out.
Huh. Okay. So, you know what? Not even ask. I'm sure it's a very tough time for you. Lucero, you are okay about this, right? Everything?
it's their will.
Well, Maki, it looks like Lucero's fine with it. And honestly, I think that's what matters the most.
Speaking of, you and I should probably talk later.
Sure. Do you want to talk after breakfast?
They look down at Maki-e. Will you be all right with us talking?
Sure, I can sit in your lap.
It would just be me and Quartz, dear.
She just blinks at you. How am I supposed to be on hand to get those bugs out of you when they start hatching if I can't be nearby.
I will yell for you immediately if I feel anything happening.
I'll watch you closely.
Okay, dear.
You guys are cute. What a cute couple.
They just like pat Maki-e between the ears.
Does the 27 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, as soon as you're saying cute, punches you in the face. Non-lethal, but for 6 damage.
Where do you hit her?
Wherever was just the closest.
You were in Luce's arms, so you've got pretty good height right now.
Yeah. So probably aiming for her cheek.
I think at that Luce like scrambles to like restrain Maki-e.
As she's pulling her fist back, she says, "I am not cute."
Here, she wasn't talking about you specifically.
I was included.
Quartz is literally pissed.
Luce just like sighs and like picks up Maki-e, like holding her by the arm to pick her up and just set her on the bar before getting up and backing up.
You literally
take hands and take them with them.
You literally just told her yesterday. She knows. She's aware. She did it anyways.
Quartz is gonna be like, "Oh, is little baby having a tantrum?" Vicious mockery.
All right.
I need the popcorn.
Oh, wisdom.
Yeah.
Where's the
Wisdom
empty
save.
servants?
Didn't we just eat?
Yeah.
Have you,
Yeah.
wait, has it
Second stomach for
initiative?
popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're gonna, you get this vicious mockery, and then we go into initiative order. I think, honestly.
Ramblin, real quick, one of the things Luce did when they were backing up was grab hands and drag them with them. So will you please drag them
Oh
away
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
sure.
bar?
Sorry.
So, would she get the wisdom advantage or not?
Yeah, I mean, you just ate the feast, right? Like you guys were
Okay,
just eating.
yeah.
It. Okay, so nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Except Maki-e's.
The two of you may roll initiative if you like. Let me just clear initiative order.
Sure, Maki-e will.
Sounds like we have a duel here. All right. Here, let me put on some fight music.
Well, we didn't get our PvP last episode. We got it this episode.
All right. So, yeah. Here we go, boss fight time. Maki-e is the boss for today's session. Now you all have to kill Maki-e.
Yay, dog pile.
Yes, Maki-e is the boss.
So yeah, Maki-e, you feel this insult deflect off of you. What do you do?
She's going to try to go out of Lucero's arms.
No, Lucero left her on the bar.
Oh, you left her on the bar. I thought that you were taking. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, no.
Um,
You were originally like in their arms, and they just like picked her up, set her on the bar, grabbed hands, and ran.
Oh,
They were not
I
gonna
thought
get
you were
control
pulling
of
her
this.
away too.
Nope. You know how
Nice.
stupid that action is.
All right then. In that case, Maki-e is going to go ahead and punch Quartz again.
All right.
And as she does, she'll say, I am so much older than you. You're the baby. There's first attack.
28 hits, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She is doing all of this non-lethally, by the way.
All right.
All right, second. 19.
I think a shield spell.
I'm causing her to use resources.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna bonus action, not flurry of blows, but bonus action, just one more punch.
Misses.
And then she is going to, because she got one good punch in, so she's feeling better now. She's going to rabbit hop. Oh wait, that's a bonus action. Okay, she would not have done the last one. She would have rabbit hopped away.
Okay.
I forgot that this is a bonus, not a movement.
Oh, okay.
And she rabbit hops onto Lucero on his shoulders.
Okay. Lucero, I'm assuming you allow that? I did not understand anything you just said. It sounded like your mic was peaking.
You don't have much of a choice.
Okay. All
I
right.
think you technically have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay, either I let her do it now, or I deny it to her and then get beat up later.
It's a very healthy
Lucy's
relationship.
not looking happy. Luce will let her land on them, but they're not looking happy about it.
Yeah.
They are still not joining the fray.
All right.
I mean, Maki-e, unless Quartz continues, Maki-e looks like she's probably done. She's satisfied because she got her punch in.
Quartz, your turn.
You
Quartz.
started this. I don't think Quartz is finished.
Quartz is going to smile.
Oh no.
And then let it be.
Oh,
She's
really?
gonna put on her diplomatic face. And she's going to act like nothing happened because she knows that she will strike when she least expects.
All right. Fair enough. The tense.
And she remembers. Quartz remembers.
Everything.
A tense silence fills the room.
Luce is just covered in a cold sweat. You know that smile.
Okay, you've had your fun. Has everyone eaten yet? Finished eating?
Candor, do you eat?
Yeah, I already said I was eating.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
He's been
Candor went
munching
and
on
grabbed a
Heroes
plate of
popcorn.
food. He went and grabbed a plate of food and then went back to the fireplace so he could avoid all the drama.
Well, if everyone's done eating, we should head out. Start the day on our mission.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Let's do that.
She walks towards the door and just like opens it up and waits for people to exit.
Luce is gonna have Maki-e in one arm. Luce is gonna carry hands in the other.
Maki-e is
Just
making
head out
herself
the door.
comfortable on your shoulders.
Oh no!
as
Oh
she
no!
slides
No!
the
You're
mask
in
down.
trouble. You're in trouble. Maki-e in one arm, hands in the other. Luce looks like they're holding two rolls of carpet as they're walking out the door.
Let me
Bad babies.
let me group all y'all up by the door if we're all leaving, so I can copy
That was an acrobatics to avoid Lucero grabbing her and carrying her like
Okay.
like a carpet.
All right. I suppose you can make an athletics check if you want, Lucero, or you can just accept that you fail.
I'll just accept. They're not happy with her though.
Right. Okay, let me group all y'all up by the door here. Boom. We'll put these guys there. Hang on. There we go. All right. Let me just, that way I know I've got everybody back.
What did Mard do the whole time we were talking and eating?
Kind of
Oh
awkward.
yeah, how has Mard taken the news?
How is what?
How has Mard
Take
taken the
notes.
news?
Oh.
Mard's kind of okay, like just quietly watching everything. Mard's paying, if anything, paying more attention to what you're doing, Lucero. Almost like as a lesson, kind of. Like there's definitely Mard's definitely concerned about what's going on with you, but they're also like watching everything you do as like an example. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're gonna say something?
I think also when she gets nearby, Luce would also like check up on her, see how the her and the whip are doing.
I mean, they're doing okay. Like, are you asking about attunement to the whip? Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So at some point, the whip is no longer visible, if I recall. Like it's just like attached part of Mard's body now, if she's attuned to it.
It's supposed to be like retracted into like the wrist area and stuff, but they would be like checking her wrists and stuff to like make sure they look okay. It didn't do like any excessive scarring and stuff like that.
Sorry, I forgot. Everyone gets 12 maximum hit points increased.
Okay. I will make sure to make a note of that for Faithless Sorrow here. Boom.
Wait, what?
Hit
Been immune to poison this whole time?
So
hit point maximum.
She couldn't have tested the poison on you, and when she gave you the truth serum, it wouldn't have worked because it's also poison, I think. But she didn't know that, so that's fine.
In both cases for Luce willingly allowed the poisons to take effect, even though with the warm person it was like, oh god, So I think in a way that still would have overrode any spell effect.
Okay. How long does it last?
24 hours.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so the whip is retracted into her arm. There's like what looks like a small scar or something there, but it doesn't look like irritated or painful or anything. Yeah, I mean she hasn't used it yet really or anything. But yes, it is there. Mard is fine. It hasn't had any like noticeable negative effects on Mard, and if anything, Mard kind of gives off the impression that this is totally normal. It's not really, Mard isn't uncomfortable with it or anything. Or anything like that. Okay, so let me bring you guys back over to the screen, and you all re-enter the hovel and the pit. Once you exit the mansion, and waiting there in that room for a few seconds as you sort of like gather yourselves, you hear a loud pounding on like the door to the hovel. Boom,
Who is
boom,
it?
boom. Myrkrið.
Open up already.
So friendly, as usual.
We open the door.
Yeah, you see a familiar face standing outside the door.
Hello, where have you been?
Fighting.
Who?
He's like covered with dried blood.
Is that yours?
They had a competition, so I killed him.
Did you win?
But yeah.
What
The
did
next
you
day it was
win?
the same
Good,
people,
so
and I
not
didn't feel
yours?
like killing him again.
Did you have fun?
Not really.
Why did you do it if it wasn't fun?
They gave me some of these tokens to give you guys.
What are these?
I was supposed to do that a while ago.
what? Okay. All right. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was trying to get you to do this like a week or two ago.
I didn't want to hop in the thing and yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Spoil the surprise.
Yeah. Some money, I assume.
Yeah, okay. There's actually gonna be a couple rolls, I think. Hang on.
Oh.
I gotta get my thing that I had up back going. Let's see here. 1 second. Let me just pull out this book. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. We're almost there. 1 second.
One Mississippi.
Okay, here we go. Okay, So you got a 75. All right, roll me 2d4.
2d4. Okay.
Yeah, first.
1 and a 2.
All right, so you got total of 3. You got 750 echoes of the void. Now,
Okay. I don't know if that's a lot or not.
roll me a d4. Oh my gosh, dude,
4.
you're gonna have so much stuff. You're gonna be rolling like 5 times. Okay, so you get 1
Okay.
from that, and then 4 from that. Oh my gosh, that's insane. You're getting high tables too, so it's like just fucking. You might get something really, really awesome here. Just put it that way. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so roll me a d100. Seven.
7.
Okay. All right. So you have a +1 sword. Not super great on that roll. Not gonna lie with you.
Okay.
But the next 4 d100 you're gonna roll could be even better. So roll me 4 d100.
4 d1. Okay.
Okay.
57, 1, 43, 71.
57. You get leather armor of resistance.
Okay.
You get a +2 weapon. We'll say it's I don't know, a random weapon of choice here. We'll say it's a +2 glaive for some reason. I don't know.
Sure.
43. A gem of seeing. And 71. A ring of the ram. Make sure you write those down.
Yeah. And 750 of the whatever materials.
Yeah, it's basically currency. Echoes of the void.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been putting them in the Elysium spot.
So whoever opened the door just gets like a bag of these currency shoved in their hand.
I hope it wasn't cursed.
I think it was.
Think it was who?
I think I said I opened the
I
door.
think it was Quartz. Yeah. This
Okay,
would have
then
been
yeah.
right behind her, though.
Kind of makes sense anyways.
I don't think Cursed remembers what happened, but
Everybody else does.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how this interaction's gonna go because I'm sure Myrkrið remembers.
Just by
Oh,
the-
is yeah, Curse is just standing there.
yeah, Cursed and Ruin are there, yeah.
By the way, our friends are feeling better.
Just by the way, Cursed, Joeann, this is the guy that killed you.
I thought so, and I'm just over here like, Hers is just standing there like,
Vibing.
okay. Yeah, I was like, hello.
he had a pretty good reason, but yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy.
This is the madness killer.
Maybe
It's a good thing
surprisingly.
nobody told you what happened after he killed you.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
My
stressful
lips are
thing to
sealed
think about.
as long as it's not funny.
As long as it's not funny.
Maybe surprisingly.
I think I'm about to have
He
Candor
does not
distracted
do
with
anything
paperwork.
aggressive. He just looks over, rolls his eyes, and sighs. Can't things here just stay dead?
We're about to
You're
find
about
out.
to really hope not.
We're about to find out.
Also, does anyone want any of those things I got? Because I really don't need them.
What did you get?
I'll put it in the chat.
It was here. Yeah, leather armor.
What does the
Yeah, you
gem
got it.
of seeing do?
+1, +2 weapon glaive, leather armor resistance. Gem of
Except for the
Seeing.
Gem of Seeing. I don't know what that does, but
I think
Sure.
Gem of Seeing is true sight.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, that's
3
cool.
charges per day.
Ooh.
Oh, it requires attunement. I don't need that.
You're rolling on
Oh,
item
it
table.
requires attunement.
You're rolling on item table. You got 1 roll on table F and 4 on table G. Just so you know.
Jeez.
Yeah, you rolled pretty well on that D4.
I don't have any attunement slots.
Neither do I.
I'll just like I'll start pulling things out and like
Looks at
shoving
Cursed
them
and
towards
Marred.
Quartz. You can sell these for more. I don't think
Oh,
I was supposed
please,
to
I'm
take
looking
these
at-
from them, but they were dead, so
I mean, hey, free stuff is free stuff, right?
yeah. So can we go now? Are we done in this place?
Yeah.
What's the ring of the ram?
Here, I'll look it up.
Here, I'll-
Battering ram.
I'll share it in table talking. I'd literally just
There you
pulled it.
Recharge.
I
is-
think we're about to meet up at some store. So,
Pandemonium, yeah.
who's leading the way? She looks to like. the two
How is
things.
Hans doing?
How is
He
hands?
volunteers.
I'm still holding them like a roll of carpet, but how is Hans doing?
Hands is doing okay. Yeah,
You feeling, buddy?
he's fine.
They're like patting him on the back with their free hand.
So you're wanting Hands to lead you to the place in the Taboo Enclave that you're going to, or are you wanting Hands to lead you to the puppeteer?
Oh, I don't
Hands
know where.
the
The only one that knows where anything is.
The puppeteer is a shopkeep that is somewhere around the pit that Quartz still wanted to go visit, if I recall.
Yeah.
We can go to Taboo Enclave if that's the plan.
Why don't y'all go to the puppeteer, and then me and Maki-e will go to the Enclave.
Is it wise to split up?
I don't think a group that deals in secrets is going to want an overly large group.
Myrkrið, do you still have the sending stone I gave you?
Do I?
I mean, you
I
still
remember I
have
gave
remember
you
this. It's
one
been a
half of
while.
it.
you still have everything you had when you left.
Okay. Assuming that happened. Oh, I do. Stone from Diviners. Yes. Wait, is that the same stone?
No, it's a different stone.
It's a different
I-
stone.
I bought a sending stone at the one of the stores, and I gave you the other half of it.
The one store where you guys bought all your brooms before you met Maki-e.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then yeah, I guess I didn't put it in my inventory, but sure.
If you still have it, could you give it to them, and then that way we can contact each other if we need to?
Yeah, he'll like search for it, find it, pull it out. Oh. That could have helped finding you, huh? And then hand it over.
She hands it to Lucero.
Let me add that to my stuff real quick.
And tells Lucero to make sure to keep in contact if things go poorly.
That will do. And they're going to look at Cursed and go, see, I told you he has a good nose.
Is the sword a short sword or a long sword?
Roll me a
It was a
D2.
glaive.
There's 2 weapons. There's a +2 glaive. Roll me a D2. Short sword 1, long sword 2. Short sword.
Short sword.
Also, for the armor of resistance, what damage type is it resistant to?
Let me see here.
I think there's 7 damage types.
Yeah,
I
just
actually
roll a
don't know.
D7 if there's 7 of them.
It's showing 10, actually.
Oh yeah, I do
10?
see. I do see
Okay.
10. Yeah,
left.
roll a D10. Yeah.
Try
So
that again.
4 is force damage.
7.
Oh, 7. 7.
7
Poison.
is poison.
Poison damage.
Before she puts it into her bag, she's gonna ask if anyone wants any of these.
Cursed is gonna like raise her hand and be like, "Can I get that ring?" Quite honestly, can I?
Sure.
Thank you.
You can have it.
Wait.
Yes.
Mind.
She wants
Sure,
her.
fucking fine, whatever. Edgy man.
You're
The
literally
one
like.
that attacked us.
He's like, shit, and I killed you.
You attacked him first, but yeah, he did. Kill
I
him.
was not in my right mind, therefore I cannot
One
be
of the few
blamed.
times it was justified.
Yeah.
Can I
Usually it's my
ins-
fault.
I'm
Can I
baby.
insight-
Leave me alone.
Can I
Luce is
insight to
gonna
see if
lean back
Quartz?
to Maki-e and go, "Oh look, he gave her a ring."
Can I
That
insight
would
to see
actually
if I
be
know the
hilarious.
reason for the
That's
hesitation?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, he
Odd.
just seems frustrated that like, okay, fine, she's alive again, but now you're giving weapons to
I'm
the enemy.
inciting this.
I'm gonna pull Myrkrið aside. Once everyone starts walking to their destinations, I want to talk to him.
okay, sure. Is it okay with you,
Um,
Myrkrið?
Myrkrið, can I talk to you?
That's fine. Okay.
Hey, so just to catch you up, seems like the 2 that we've killed, they've lost their memories. They don't remember who we are. They don't remember what happened. Lucero seems to have been shot by hands, and it's not looking too good. We don't know how long she has left. They have left.
Well, why is Hans still alive?
Apparently it was an accident, and Lucero asked to see it. The gun. That's what I was told, and Hans didn't even want to show it in the first place, but who knows about that.
Just because they don't remember doesn't mean they can't turn on us again.
You're right. Then what do you propose we do? Just leave them alone? Kill them again?
If we kill them again and disappear, they won't remember us. Maybe.
Unfortunately, it seems like the rest of the group are attached to that already. Particularly Lucero is attached to gosh, what was it? What was
Mard.
it?
Mard flesh.
Mard. So maybe leaving them alone may not be the best idea. The other one, the one who just joined us, Maki-e,
The prey.
the prey. Yeah. Be careful with that one.
How far away did you guys go?
And enough to make sure that you guys aren't hearing.
So far enough away that even Maki-e's rabbit ears can't pick them up with her perception.
Well, I did say that once we start splitting off into our respective destinations. Like when you guys start walking to Taboo Enclave.
Oh, okay. So we are definitely doing the split. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'd probably end up having to go to the Veiled Alchemist first to get directions, but yeah.
So yeah, don't trust that one. She attacked me in my own home.
I didn't to begin with.
Yeah. And just to make sure, our alliance is still intact, correct? I'll try to
It
take care of
is.
you. You take care of me.
Well, I think the alliance also included the diviners, Lucero and Candor.
And it did. And not her. Correct?
Right.
All
I
right.
have no lines with her.
I just wanted to see where your head was at.
I'll tell you now, at the first sign of treachery, I'm taking your head off again.
Then let's just make sure that she doesn't do any of that. But I'll protect you when push comes to shove. Sounds good.
Just gives you a nod. That's the deal. Wait,
Okay. Yeah.
Lucero is hurt, or
Lucero got
she
shot.
seemed fine?
She did seem fine.
They seemed fine.
I think they've come to terms with their fate. But apparently the weapon shoots some sort of bug or insect at them, and it hatched some eggs inside of them. And there's no taking them out.
That DM, that sounds very fleshy to me. Is that we've seen him fire it before and hit other enemies. Did it have any sort of fleshness to it?
It's hard to say. I mean, the bugs themselves don't necessarily look like bugs we've seen in the flesh before.
Okay.
But they could be. They could be something new, maybe something specifically with the flesh and the void, perhaps. It's hard to say. All we know for sure about the gun is that supposedly Hands, part of the agreement for Hands becoming a servant of the Demon Prince of Badness was getting this gun. That was the thing that he sold his quote-unquote soul for. So the gun was a big deal to Hands. And Hands has also said that like they've never seen anyone find a way to recover once they've had them burrow in like that. Like it always takes
even the people around here that die and then come back to life?
Yeah, like they still come back, but it kills them. But they can still come back eventually. Yeah.
Okay, so Myrkrið says, what? So we're gonna let Lucero die.
I personally don't want it to happen, but I wasn't there when all of that occurred. And they told me that there was nothing that we could do. Maki-e did say that they were going to try to lure out the eggs using the vial. I honestly don't know how efficient that is or if it's even possible to do. But Lucero seems to be fine with it. And if that's their wish, then I'm not gonna get in the way of that. For all we know, that they could rise up back to life like the rest of them.
Right. Maybe it's this place. We're here. Maybe it'll bring us back to, well, you guys.
Right. Did you find out any information while you were at the pits? Fighting?
Surprisingly, not a lot of talking done.
Fair enough.
He has
I figured as much.
He has like a look of fond reminiscence on his face when he says that.
Yeah. Didn't sound like a
On.
bad or like a it wasn't an objection to it. It was like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's great.
Honestly, nobody's surprised. Nobody is surprised.
No, not in the slightest.
All right. Well, that's all. I wanted to catch you up on what you missed, and yeah, glad to have you back. And then
Just
she walks
nods.
towards
Thanks
the
for the
group.
heads up.
She walks back towards the group.
Okay. So the plan is to split the party. Part of you are going to go ahead and go to the Taboo Enclave, and the rest are going to that shop, right?
I believe so.
All right. So people who are going to the Taboo Enclave, will you please position yourselves like over to the left? Here, I'll show you. Let me jump back over to where you guys are at. Like if you're going to the Taboo Enclave, please move your token like up here. Oh, I'm on the GM layer. Sorry. Up here if you're going to the Taboo Enclave. If you're going to the everyone else is going to the shop, you guys can all come over here then.
I think so.
All right,
The
Maki-e.
shop is where they're going to go talk and see where they can get the key and stuff, right?
No, that's the Taboo Enclave.
So the thing that Hans told Cursed about is at the Taboo Enclave.
Yeah, the key, the key itself is probably somewhere in the Citadel of Pandemonium, because that's like basically.
Well, I mean, like working towards it. I mean,
yeah, working towards it is where Maki-e and Lucero are going. Yeah.
Yeah, that's working towards freedom for her, right?
Right. Yeah.
I do.
Okay. Maki-e, Lucero, I'm assuming you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Is there-
Their main thing was just that, like, if the whole group went, that might be kind of like, you know.
Showing up with an army when you're supposed to be having
Yeah.
a conversation. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay. Is it safe to say that everybody but those four are going to be going to the puppeteer's shop?
What about the NPCs?
If you guys want to call an NPC, you're welcome to.
I
Would-
don't
You
know
said-
that.
Hmm?
You first.
Would
I was going to
Ruin
say, you
separate?
Marge been watching Lucero.
Yeah, that'd be the only one I'd be like, maybe. Everybody else is kind of loud.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Isn't Mard like trying to learn from you?
Yeah, you want to bring
and
more?
wasn't Cursed the only one that Ruin remembers?
Ruin does not remember.
Ruin doesn't remember anybody.
Ruin doesn't know what the hell's going on. I
Yeah.
just think that they did.
Yeah, he's
We're gonna
he's,
end up with all the
I've been
NPCs
conned.
at this rate.
he's yeah, he has no idea what anything. Like Ruin is.
I think if Ruin tried to come along with Cursed's permission, Luce would try to talk him into staying with Faithless and Hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think
I-
that's fine.
Yeah, he's very malleable because he's basically a child now. Like he has no idea.
Squishy little brain.
So yeah, if you tell
As
him
much as I don't want to make the group bigger, I feel like Faithless Sorrow might go with the group going to
Luce wouldn't want her there only because they're going to be spilling Heaven's secrets.
oh right, and she has a vendetta against Heaven. All right.
Yeah. Luce would spin it. Luce wouldn't put it that way, but since Ruin is going with that group, help Hands keep an eye on Ruin.
Okay.
Not to mention, if they're only meeting one person, 5 is already a very large group.
Yeah. At least you can introduce one of them as your apprentice.
Yeah.
All right. So, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to start with the group that goes, Group B, we'll call it. We're going to start with the group that goes to the puppeteer, I think. Okay. So as you guys separate, you split off. What are Group B? What's the dynamic like? As we got Quartz, Myrkrið, Hands, Faithless Sorrow, Ruin, and the Diviners going looking for this shopkeep. I guess Hands is sort of like still leading the way, kind of, or at least like showing you where to go.
Myrkrið is trying to keep an eye out, as always, but seems to be particularly watching Hands.
Okay. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, it was over this way, I think, somewhere. And he's like leading you around the pit. He's leading you in a direction you guys haven't gone in yet. A part of the pit you haven't really explored yet. And, you know, there's like a lot of different levels to the pit where there's, you know, it goes down further and further. The hole probably gets, like the hole of the pit itself, the rim that you're sort of walking around the outside of, probably gets closer together towards the bottom. You know, so sometimes you're going down staircases to get to like another level and that kind of thing. You do eventually get to an area that leads inside through a hovel, but like it looks like it's going into a hovel, but it opens up into like a marketplace on the inside, kind of, where there's like stone brick floors and that kind of thing. You find yourself in like a sort of, here we go, like a sort of market district that's even like kind of decorated, even though the parts of it are like in ruin and collapse. Like there's bits of stone that have fallen down from the ceiling, worked stone that has sort of just like fallen apart with age, and that kind of thing. You find yourself coming to like a large open, almost like a courtyard area, and there's other people walking around too. Well, other demons, mostly. Once you get to this sort of courtyard area, it's gotten quiet inside this area, and Hands is like directing you, saying that you need to like pass through this area, that the shop should be on the other side. It's a little bit too quiet. You don't hear anybody walking around. The air itself seems kind of thick. And really, once you like start to enter the courtyard itself, the only thing you can kind of hear, because it is an enclosed space, is like a distant sound of like, it kind of sounds like running water. But you can make a perception check if you want to try to glean more from it.
I was muted. Is that any of us that can perception?
Yeah. I mean, it's a hearing check. I think any of you can roll it if you like. Quartz, you got it. Okay, that's a pass. Diviners?
Yeah. Perception isn't their strong suit. Is it wisdom checks, or are the wisdom checks advantage because of the feast, or is it just saves?
It's saves, I think.
That one was for Hands.
Oh, okay. So Hands critically fails.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's
just saving throws.
Yeah, the wisdom's advantage is just for saving throws from the feast. Okay, so Quartz, Myrkrið, you all maybe except for Hands, at least do hear that sort of like running water liquid sound. Quartz and Myrkrið, it sounds a little bit off. Like it's definitely a liquid, but it sounds like it's like a deeper sound than running water would have. Like it's splashing. You can tell from the sound of it that it's splashing, and it's some kind of liquid splashing. And almost you can probably tell Quartz that it sounds kind of like a fountain, but it's just got like a deeper, more bassy sound to it, I guess, than water does. Like it's thicker liquid. Yeah.
Does Faith the Sorrow hear it?
Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. She has a +7. What did she have on that roll? +4, so it should be 13. I'm gonna still say it just sounds like she doesn't really pay attention to it. It just sounds like water to her.
Okay. Does Hans lead us in that direction, or are we just passing by it?
Yeah, he's leading you in that direction. He doesn't seem to notice anything out of the ordinary, but you all probably noticed that the area he's leading into is like really quiet. Like there was people walking around and stuff as you were like heading down into this almost like underground marketplace kind of area. But once you're like you're about to pass into like this, it's about to open up into like a bigger courtyard. And inside that courtyard area, it looks a lot darker than it did. Like there's less traffic. There's more like destruction to the worked stone in the area, and there's nobody walking around in there. Like you can see streets and stuff, and and sidewalks and walkways, but it all kind of looks like long abandoned.
Hans, is this how it's supposed to be? Quiet like this?
Hans like kind of furrows his brow for a second, like he's thinking. And he says, I think so. It's been a while since I've been down this way, but yeah, a lot of people don't know about it.
What can we expect from this place?
Well, what do you mean? I mean, the same thing as you can expect from anywhere else in the city, I'd imagine. I mean,
do you know what the shopkeep's like?
The puppeteer?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, a little bit odd, I suppose. I mean, the thing with the puppeteer is that, well, they seem to know things about you that maybe they shouldn't. You don't have to tell them.
Sounds like an interesting person. I want to meet this person.
Well, it's right this way. And he like rounds the corner to like a courtyard public square area. And you all see up ahead of you what was making the sound. There's no one in the area, and you guys are quite a few yards away from this thing, but it's a fountain that's like fixed in the middle of this like courtyard. And everything else in the courtyard's like wrecked, right? Like there's like roofs that have caven in on stone worked buildings. There's like bits of rubble laying out in the street. Everything has like a fine thick layer of like dust and like powdered stone and turned to earth on it. Nothing in this area is like well maintained at all, except for this stone fountain in the middle of this courtyard, basically. In the fountain, you can see bubbling up and flowing over the top edge and then down into the lower levels of this fountain. It's a red viscous liquid.
I assume smells like iron to me.
Yeah. And as soon as you all like lock eyes on it, like and look at it, I need you all to make wisdom saves, please.
Wisdom saves. Advantage.
Really, Hands?
Did he do it again?
Those
No,
are the kind of rolls that get us in trouble.
He just didn't roll very well.
Buddy.
Maybe somebody else should roll for Hands. See if he gets better rolls.
Myrkrið, you're good. You had advantage, but you crit, so you're fine.
I didn't eat the feast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Abalona, the Diviners, you're good. Quartz, you're good. The only failures we have is Hands and Faithless Sorrow here. AKA Melora. So here's what happens. Hands is like in the middle of explaining to you, like, yeah, it's fine, you know, it's just nobody knows about this place or whatever. And then you guys walk around this corner and you all look up and see this fountain of blood out here. Here, let me pull you over to the screen where I'm on. There we go. And immediately, both Hands and Faithless Sorrow's sort of jaws go slack. Hands was like pointing while he was talking, and his hand immediately like falls back down to his side. And him and Melora start to walk towards the fountain as Hands like brushes between the two of you. He gets to there. Faithless Sorrow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets to there. What do you guys do?
I'm not paying attention to them. I'm looking outwards.
Can I insight check to see if something happened to them?
Yeah, sure. Make an insight check. Okay. Yeah, something has come over them for sure. They're acting very weird. They both have gone slack-jawed and are just mindlessly walking forward, like with this blank look on their face.
I'm gonna try to run up to them and grab their hands.
Sure.
Stop them from.
Sure. Yeah, you grab each of their hands, like you grab Melora with your left hand, you grab Hands with your right hand, to stop them. They keep trying to walk, but they don't fight you at first. They basically are trying to pull you with them. They're not really like fighting you, but they're not stopping walking. You're gonna have to like make an athletics check with disadvantage if you're trying to get both of them, I think.
I'm gonna.
Quartz is strong.
I am gonna like try to like out like yell at them like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, what's happened to both of you? See if they wake up, or is it some?"
Yeah, they don't respond to you. They don't even seem to hear you. They don't turn to look at you or anything. They're just staring
athletics at disadvantage, you said?
They're just staring at the fountain. Yeah, it'll be athletics. It'll be 2 checks against each of them because you're basically trying to grapple them. But you'll have disadvantage because there's 2 of them. Yeah, so a 19 and a 6. So I guess whichever one. Like, is the 19 for Faithless Sorrow or is it for Hands?
Probably for Hands.
All right. So make Hands roll a check against that with just a normal roll.
Just a roll, a d20, or
it'll be athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics,
but it's just a normal roll. 20. So he escapes your grasp. Now Melora's rolling against a 6. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Still fell.
I haven't rolled for it yet. Here. She doesn't have athletic skill, I don't think, does she? No. Okay. 19. All right. So, yeah, they both just like wrench their hand from your grasp to continue walking. Does anybody else do anything? Ruin has no idea what's going on, of course.
Did we feel any sort of thing trying to affect us, or was it just a instinctual thing that we fought it off?
Make a Arcana check.
Yeah, I'm good at those. Okay.
No, Myrkrið, you didn't feel anything.
Does this seem like a similar thing to what happened to Lucero?
What happened to Lucero?
Was it Lucero who led us to Melora? Or was it someone else? They were like walking for long periods of time.
Oh,
Lucero
yeah.
got affected by Melora's thing. so it
Yeah,
was
that's right.
Lucero's
That's right.
good
Sorry, I
thing.
thought you were
By the
talking
rain
about
and the song.
I thought you were talking about the chest from the hovel that you guys killed all those demons in. Yeah, it is the way they're acting is very similar to that. Yeah.
Quartz also has Mind Blank as well, so depending on what it was, she wouldn't have needed to roll anyways.
Okay. Fair enough. I probably would have told you it was a charming effect if it had affected any of you.
Myrkrið, it looks like they're being charmed by something. Same thing happened to Lucero, remember?
And
I guess we'll let them do what they do.
they make good bait. They can't die.
You know what? You're right. Maybe we'll just follow them.
I'm sure Ruin loves that.
Let me check something really quick. Okay. And oh man, you guys are kind of screwed here. One more thing.
We'll be the judge of that.
You guys had to split the party, man.
But it's fun.
Let me do this.
Plus, we get more done this way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Might make it easier if I have this open in a different window. What in the world? There we go. Now I can actually see some
Sounds of a DM opening combat sheets.
No, it's actually not. Already got the combat sheets.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's what I was looking for. All right. So I need to see. Oh, okay. Well, that's just perfect. All right. So, yeah, you just let them keep walking, and they do. They both blankly kind of walk around some of this stuff here, and they walk up to the edge of this fountain, and stare down at this like burbling blood in it, and Hands, do you have anything sharp on you?
I have 2 full vials of light, and I guess the gun.
You don't have any like swords or daggers or anything?
Oh, he has a short sword.
Okay. So Hands draws his short sword. And Faith of Sorrow holds out her arm, palm up, basically. And Hands grabs her arm with one hand. They're both just staring into the fountain as he does this. He holds her hand over the fountain and draws the short sword across her wrist. Blood starts to pour from her wrist into the fountain. He lets go, and she just holds her arm out over the fountain and staring blankly into it. And then he does the same to his wrist. Holds it out over the fountain. As they're standing there blankly staring into this fountain, as their blood joins the blood in the fountain, something happens. Some of the blood in the fountain starts to pour out over the sides, and sort of congeal and move around. And it happens relatively quickly, but it starts to grow and turn into a couple of creatures here.
I don't think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna bust out my transformation.
Yeah, do it. Roll initiative.
We were. I mean, we knew that something was coming. We were using him as bait, so
Yeah, that's fair. What were you gonna do? You're gonna transform?
yeah, I'm gonna transform. That's
All right.
all.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. Let me grab your other token. I think it's on the title screen somewhere, like on the GM layer. Let me see if I can-
Probably hidden on GM layer. Yeah. This one had no. This one has no vision properties, by the way, for whatever reason.
Well, we can fix that once I get it over here.
It won't matter because this one's going away. But
Why do your tokens not have vision properties sometimes? I think it's because I'm copying old versions of it without the vision properties, maybe? I don't know.
possibly, yeah, fix the new version every time and forget to fix the old one.
Maybe. All right. Let me paste this in, shrink it down, put it on the right layer. Boom. Does it have vision?
It. Well, I have to move it to see. Yeah, it does.
All right. So you transform into wolf boy form. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. Why?
It's fine. They're made of blood. I'll eat them. I literally eat people.
Yeah, they're made of blood. It's totally fine. All right. That's all set. We're good. Yes, okay. So, yeah, as these two like blood creatures emerge from the fountain, they look something like this. And they screech and roar and start to charge the rest of you. Let me pull up. Did you guys already roll initiative or no? You didn't, right?
No, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, well, okay, let me clear initiative order. So roll again. Abe and Flo, you're taking a 12, and Quartz, you're taking a 14.
Right.
I'll fix you, Quartz. Boom. All right.
Initiative.
Make sure you click your token when you roll. Abe and Flo, you got a 12, is that right?
Correct. 12.
Am I looking at that picture right? Do they have faces on their butts?
That might be, I don't know. It's an AI generated image.
Something in the
right?
background.
Be like a creature in the shadows.
Yeah, it could be another one standing
Okay.
behind it, or I don't know. Maybe they do have faces on their butts. I don't know.
Human
Yeah.
centipede.
You guys never seen a monster
you
with a
go.
face on its butt before?
Face ass.
Face ass.
That's a red flag.
All right, let me roll for Faithless Sorrow here.
And Ruin.
And Ruin, who has no weapons or anything, I don't think. Or ability to fight at all.
Wait, the baby's
No,
in the
didn't ask
fray?
for them.
Just
Oh,
need
we
to
put
throw
the
him in the
baby
front
in
so
the
he can be
middle of
hit.
the battlefield.
I
Or Babby.
Let me
He used to be so good too.
Please.
Now
roll
head
20.
empty.
Please roll 20. Here we go. Make sure I click on his token before I roll. There we go. Boom. All right. He crits. All right. Well, descending order. Hands gets the first chance to react. Hands make a wisdom save. That's a fail. You will
18.
attack. You will attack.
18?
Oh, you have advantage.
because he ate the face.
Yeah. Okay, that's a pass. So, hand snaps out of it suddenly. You come to. You're standing at this fountain. You have no idea what just happened, but your wrist is bleeding, and you have your short sword in your hand. That is your turn, unfortunately. But you did come to. The creature's gaze now turns towards hands. I didn't roll for the creatures, did I? No, I didn't. Let me do that.
They don't need turns. That's fine.
They do. They need turns.
They don't move.
They're probably not gonna.
If you
roll
don't slaughter them fast enough.
They rolled a 7. So Ruin needs to be moved down to here, and okay, cool. So we're good. Okay, that's Hans' turn. Myrkrið, you react next.
Did Ruin just did nothing? Oh wait, I thought Ruin rolled a nat 20. Was that hands?
That was hand.
Ruin. No,
No, it wasn't Hans.
No.
What is that?
Wait, Ruin rolled he came up as a 7. Who rolled?
Yeah,
a-
Ruin 7.
Ruin rolled the nat 20 for 22.14, didn't he?
That's what I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, I think, but for some reason he came up on the turn order as a 7. Let me fix that. Yeah. How did that happen?
So he was in the right spot with the incorrect score.
That's
Right.
weird. I've never seen that happen before. It's
I think that was one of his old scores.
Or maybe you re-rolled it and
I
then
cleared
it
the turn.
overrid the 7.
maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I don't see how that happens. That's weird. I've never seen the turn order get a roll wrong before. Okay. Anyways, Ruin. What does he have? He doesn't have his weapon, right? Like Lucero has his axe.
I think Lucero is carrying pretty much everything.
Is there anything that he could do? Like,
Can I call out to Ruin to come here?
sure. Yeah, you tell him to come here. Sure, he will move in your direction. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. He does have a lot of HP. Ruin comes running to you. Well, he had to go around. He had to go around that thing.
Oh. Yeah.
Here, audience. Sorry, you should be able to see what's going on instead of that monster picture. All right. Okay. So I think that's his turn. Like, I don't think he can do anything really.
You can
He
dodge.
could dash if he can't reach. Or dodge, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have him dodge. Sure, why not? He's right. He's basically a few feet behind you, Quartz. He's right there. All right, Myrkrið.
Myrkrið just says, let's see if these stay dead. And I'm going to run at him.
Sure.
Straight up to this one.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how to play my character. I think I have to do a bonus action for something.
Rage? Is it rage?
Are you
No,
getting
for-
angry?
How?
Didn't you use it to transform?
It does take a bonus action to do that. I think I have to do another bonus action to apply my lightning
Mark
to
or
my
whatever.
claws. So we'll do that. I'm pretty sure I have to spend a bonus action, even though I can't find it off the top of my head. So, bonus action for that, and then I will attack twice.
Okay.
Or do I have 3 attacks now?
Oh no.
Twice. Yes, twice.
All right.
Where's my claws? I don't know how to do this.
It's been too long.
It has been so long. Storm claws.
30. That hits.
Hey. $19.
Okay, 19. Is it all lightning damage?
No, it's 6 lightning, 13 will go slashing.
Sure. That slashing is still magical, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does 19 hit?
19 misses, unfortunately.
How did they react?
Yeah, what happens?
So, okay, you cut into this thing with your claws. It feels hard. Like, it feels harder than it looks. But some of the blood, like, scrapes across and, like, splatters across the floor. The thing howls in anger as it turns its gaze to you.
Any effect from the lightning?
It doesn't seem less effective or anything like that. It seems like it affects it how it should.
Okay. That's it. I think my guy's pretty straightforward.
Okay. Wait. How close are you to? Okay. You're good. Is that your turn?
Oh, am I in the middle of a stand? I guess I could move. I had the movement for it. I can be like over here.
All right.
Is this a thing? This is a structure?
Yeah, it's like looks like
Okay.
like a little thing that you hopped up on. It's fine though.
Yeah, I had the movement.
Okay. Quartz.
Quartz, you're gonna go to Ruin. Ruin, do you know how to use a weapon?
He kind of like tilts his head to the side, and he mimes swinging a weapon. He says, "Just swing it at the thing, yeah."
I'm going to give you a weapon. You need to protect yourself. I'll try my best to protect you, but you better not cross us. And she gives him the +2 weapon, the glaive.
Okay. Let me see if I can add a glaive to his sheet here. It should be relatively easy. Glaive. It should be in the compendium, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, roll 20's lagging. Like crazy.
There's news.
Please, roll 20. Please. Please roll 20. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're back. We're good. +2 glaive on his sheet. It should be loading in right now.
I'm assuming that's an action to give it to him.
It would be, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm gonna use, and from here I'm gonna use Sanctuary on hands.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hide behind Ruin.
Sure.
And that ends my turn.
All right. Let me make sure his glaive is programmed correctly. One moment. Why is roll 20 being a giant pain? Holy moly.
It looks like it is.
Holy
Oh, wait,
moly.
no, it doesn't.
It just won't load anything. There we go. It just takes a long time to load.
He's level 16 like the rest of us, or 17?
He's actually 17, I think. Let me check his
17,
challenge
okay.
rating. Yeah, he's 17, yeah. He's pre-leveled.
I can I still have access to a sheet. I can make sure it's programmed right.
Okay, please do. Yeah, because I can't use a sheet right now, and Roll20 is like bugging out super bad. Anytime I try to look at a sheet to edit it, like it freaks out and starts like it freezes up. I don't know why it's doing that.
There we go.
The glaive's on there. Just make sure it has the right modifier. It should be like 15 total.
It's on there like 3 times. Yeah.
Really? I dragged it on there
Yeah.
once. It's so weird.
6 proficiency plus his 5 strength plus 2, so 13.
Yeah, that might be right. I think the blood axe he had was a +2 weapon, and it was 15 to hit with it.
Oh.
I think.
It does say 15 on it, but that wouldn't match up with the math.
He might have something else that gave him a +2 for some reason. I can't remember.
Oh, look.
All right. So yeah, you use your action to hand him the weapon, and then you take cover behind him. All right. Diviners.
All right, they're gonna run towards the creature next to Myrkrið, and they're gonna take a hit using a booming blade.
Okay. Booming blade. Does it automatically hit, or you have to make an attack roll?
I have to make an attack roll.
A 14 misses.
Yikes. All right. I head back. I will use my bonus action to teleport me back 15 steps.
Sure.
And that ends my turn.
All right. Faithless Sorrow. She'll get another wisdom save here. Uh, 22, she snaps out of it at the end of her turn. And that is her turn. Now the creatures get to go. Let's see here. This one up top is going to roar and howl and scream. And I think it's going to move here and attack hands.
Wisdom save.
For was it
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. All right. Wisdom save. It fails. So it has to attack another creature, right? Or waste its attack?
Yeah.
All right, so
Yep.
it'll attack Faithless Sorrow instead. All right, gets 2 attacks. All right, so it holds up its hand, these long claws on it. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, it'll do another thing first. Crimson Blast emits a burst of blood in a 20-foot radius. Each creature in the area makes a DC 18 con save. If you're within 20 feet, that would be including everybody except Myrkrið and Ruin and Quartz. Con save for Faithless Sorrow. Here we go. And hands, please.
Oops.
It's a fail. Yeah, Ruin, you don't need it. You're good. You're out of range. Are we missing one for Abe Flo?
Sorrow. I think that was for Abe Flo.
Yeah, that was for
12.
me. 12.
Oh, okay. So fails from all of you guys. Okay. All right. On a failed save, you take
the sorrow roll.
Faithless Sorrow.
Oh, is that
It's
13?
Melora.
Okay,
13,
okay,
yeah.
Got it.
So you all take 48 necrotic damage, 4d8. Let me roll that. 18 necrotic damage, and you're blind until the end of your next turn. All right, so let me go ahead and mark them as blind. Where is our blind thingamabob? There it is. Boom. Boom. And I got you, Abe Flo. There you go. Blind until the end of your next turn as blood splashes across all of you, gets in your eyes. All that stuff. The other one, I think that's his turn. Yeah, he can't do anything else. Cool. Let me go ahead and roll his recharge. It's not a recharge. All right. The other one's going to attack Myrkrið twice. As it holds its clawed hand up, its hand like reshapes into like a blunt mace, basically like a giant mace, and swings down at Myrkrið twice. It's a crit on the first one. God dang.
Hey.
The second one misses though, right?
Second one misses, yeah.
All right, here's the first one. 13 plus 11 bludgeoning, so 24 bludgeoning damage.
Is the 13... Is this all bludgeoning?
Yes, it is magical.
Okay. So, 24.
Okay. And I think that is it for this turn. All right, hands, you're up. You're blind, covered in blood.
Hands wants to run away, but before he runs away, he attacks with his short sword.
Sure, it's disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
14 is a miss.
14. Okay, and then he's gonna run away.
All right. Attack of opportunity, I guess.
Nope.
He has mobile.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
40. And
Wait.
that ends hands.
I just want to check something really quick. Yeah, you're good. All right. Okie dokie. Is that Hans' turn?
Actually, he also has a bonus action, which he's just gonna dash.
Sure.
And he doesn't know where anyone else is, but he's blind. He's gonna go in this direction.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay. Ruin. Ferdy, do you have control of Ruin?
Yeah.
All right.
I
You're
can
welcome.
control him.
Yeah, you're welcome to go. If you want to go.
All right. He has a weapon now, right?
He does. It's on. It should be
Yes.
on his sheet. I think Wolfrin programmed.
It's programmed at the bottom.
All right. He's gonna start moving. 5, 10, 15.
And it should have 10-foot range because it's a glaive,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yep.
15, 20, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna attack.
All right.
In the bottom. Oh, here.
Right at the
Plus-
end of the... Yeah.
That's there.
A 20 misses.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Attack again.
32 will hit. For
What?
3.
Shouldn't it have like?
You rolled a 1.
Is there 1 plus
1
2?
plus 2. Yep.
What?
He doesn't have any other special bullshit.
But wouldn't he also get like
A plus
strength?
5? from
Yeah,
strength?
like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it should be a +5.
Oops. So that would be 8 then. I'll fix it.
yeah.
There we go.
All right, 8. And
Next
it's
time
not-
you roll it, it should roll right.
it's
Okay,
it's magical because it's a +2 weapon, right?
correct.
Right.
All right,
And then since he's 15th level, he can attack again.
sure.
I forgot strength.
26 hits. 10 slashing damage.
It didn't show the +5 though.
15.
It's
It's it's the 5 strength plus 2 from the magical,
Oh, yeah,
so now
yeah.
it's +7.
yeah.
I hope that's right this time. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems right. And then bonus action, he can. What are the does he have second one or not second one?
Action surge.
No, they don't get it.
Wolfrin, what are you doing?
No, I don't even know what I clicked to make that happen.
I think that's it for his turn.
All right. So we got 10, 3. All right. Myrkrið, you're back up again.
Cool. It's swinging back. This is a fight. Let's go. 3 attacks.
Sure.
Because I don't have to spend a bonus action this time. So, claw. I don't have an advantage for any reason. Oh, that's right. Relentless. Or whatever it is that gives me advantage. Reckless. There we go.
Yeah, it gives them advantage on you too.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so
29.
Yeah, you hit with a 29. 21 just
21,
hits.
23.
23 hits. All right, so you hit with all 3.
Good deal.
So 21, 42,
Plus 20.
62 damage.
Yes.
Good lord.
It went bludgeoning, and it seems to be made somewhat of liquid, so I'll go bludgeoning this time, trying to like break it apart. I know it doesn't actually matter, but
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely you're taking this thing apart slowly.
I'm just a puppy playing in a puddle. Yeah.
Yeah. There's blood everywhere. Yeah. Cool.
That's it for me.
All right. Quartz?
Can I ask what this is?
That thing. It's like a broken like stone pillar with maybe like a bonfire built in like the hollowed out cavity of it. Like it's broken down, like the top part of it's broken off and been moved somewhere. And somebody like put some wood and stuff in there to use it as like a bonfire. Like it's got like kind of a hollow crevice in the center of it, just like the way the stone split when it broke. And somebody was using it as like a bonfire at some point. It sits up off the ground like a couple feet.
Okay.
Barbecue.
Quartz is gonna sneak over to here. And she's gonna animate it.
Animate it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. All right. Let me get a token for a pillar or something, and we'll use that. Here. This. Let me see if I can get it a little bit better. Here we go. Boom. I'll make it. Does it matter what size it is, or might make it?
It's I mean, it's the size of whatever it is. I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
large.
Yeah, that's fine. Does it have health and AC?
Yeah, I have the sheet for it.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let me give you control of this then.
If you want, I can just there's a sheet for it. There's an icon attached to it. You could just use that. It's like a basic, generic thing that you can use every single time.
What's the name on the sheet?
Dancing item.
Dancing item.
Okay, let me do that then. Dancing item. Boom. Represents dancing item. Nameplate. Sure. Yeah, it'll be under the token will be under your control too. And there, you should be able to put HP and AC on it if you want.
Okay. It's going to attack with a monster.
Go for it. 14 misses.
And it's gonna move over here. And Quartz is gonna retreat back.
All right.
And so let her item attack it. And that ends her turn.
Sure. Diviners?
Since they're blind, they try to just like remember where they were, how they'd attack this guy. They're just gonna try to feel and touch this structure over here.
Sure.
They probably could smell the blood monster, right?
Make a perception check. What's your passive perception?
Passive is probably 11. Let me check.
11? What?
12.
Some of us are good at perception, some of us aren't.
Yeah, clearly. All right, make a perception roll. Say a DC is 17. You roll a 17 on the dice. All right, cool. Yeah, you smell it for sure. No mistaking. It's right in front of you.
And they're just gonna cast a verbal spell. They're gonna evoke some energy, fairy fire.
Okay.
Goody.
Yeah, it doesn't say you have to see a space or anything, right?
No.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within range. Sometimes it'll say in a place you can see. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. Yeah. All right. So
Not
you're
a lot.
you're hitting everything in that area.
Yeah.
You can't not hit allies, right? Like it hits allies too.
It hits allies, but they still
They have to
can,
make the save.
All right. And the save was dex save? Dex save, right?
Dex.
19.
There's Faithless Sorrow's dex save. It's a fail. The creature's dex save. Also not very good. Also fails. And then I guess the dancing item succeeds.
Saved. Yep.
So they're both fairy fired. I'll put a pink dot on each of them for that.
Sounds good.
You got anything else?
What's the thing on the left of Malorish? That shield thing.
I don't know. It was already there. Like at the start of the session. I'm not sure what that's for.
I don't know.
Bonus action, I'm just gonna go back 15.
Must be from like a previous encounter or something that she had though. Okay. You go back 15.
And that ends my turn.
All right. Faithless Sorrow is blind. Is that right? Yeah.
Blind and lit up.
And lit up, yeah. I guess she can attack the creature beside her. The advantage, she gets advantage because it's got fairy fire, but she gets disadvantage because she's blind, so it's just a normal roll, I guess.
Yep.
Believe so.
She will, let's see, she has multi-attack. She could do Beguile and then Suggestion or make 2 melee attacks. We'll do 2 melee attacks. Sure. Why not? The first one misses. The second one crits for 9. It's not a good roll. It's not a very good roll. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not how you're supposed to do that. I gave her health instead. Supposed to take it away from the bad guy. -9. All right. I think that's her turn. Yeah. All right. Monster's turn. First one's gonna keep attacking Myrkrið, I think. 2 more attacks. Anything else here?
They are at advantage now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking here. I think I'm gonna move. It's not really any good place to move here. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have the creature circle you. What's his movement speed? 30, and he was right here, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. Yeah? I'll put him there.
Sure.
Attack twice. 15
No and no. Oh wait,
Okay.
advantage. The second one hits.
Okay. 31 bludgeoning
Ooh,
damage.
that's better. That's better. That's okay.
The other creature.
Roll a d6 if it can recharge.
Oh, yeah, the second one never did that. I probably should have done his.
This one though.
Yeah. All right. Doesn't recharge. I think he's just gonna try to attack Melora. Because she just attacked him. Twice. He has advantage because she's blind, right?
Yeah.
And lit up.
And fairy fire.
And lit
yeah.
up. Yeah. Advantage doesn't stack,
Ooh.
unfortunately. So he crits her for a lot of damage, for 58 damage. Let me go ahead and take that off of her health pool. And then the second one also hits, I think.
Yes.
Second one hits for 29. So she's almost dead. Just 20 HP left. As this thing just like lays into her. She can't see anything. It just claws into her. And just, yeah, there's blood and water everywhere.
Now she can see.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let me unblind her. I think Hands and anybody who is blinded can see now. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
It was the end of their next turn. Here, I'll take that token off of Hands. All right. Hands is up.
I think from where he's at, he's just gonna shoot. Oh, actually,
Is it really almost
his
time
range
already?
is 30. Yeah.
What in the world? I thought we had like another hour or two. Or hour, I guess I should say. Definitely not 2.
No.
Do you
According to
guys-
the stream, we're at 2 hours 58.
Do you guys want to go through this next round and then call it, or do you want to call it right here?
Yeah, we can do the next round.
I want to see if Melora dies.
Again.
All right. Yeah, again, yeah. All right, Hands.
How does this thing work? Sidekick, is it what? Is it the thing where I do extra damage when I let someone else attack? How does this work again?
Can you link it and we'll take a look at it?
I'm trying to find which one it is.
He has
This one?
three different things. Coordinated strike. Fighting in concert when the sidekick uses its so you have a helpful feature to aid an ally attacking a creature. That target can be up to 30 feet away from you. And sidekick deals an extra 2d6. And you do extra damage to it also when you do that. When you do the help feature. Inspiring help action. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you do the help action, you get extra damage on the creature, and I think the person you're helping gets it something too. What is it? Extra 2d6 damage. The psychic is next. Hits it with an attack roll before the end of the current turn. The extra damage is the same type as the damage dealt by the attack. And then inspiring help, when you take the help action, the creature who receives the help also gets a 1d6 bonus to the d20 roll. So they also get a damage bonus. I'm assuming you're helping Faithless Sorrow?
I'm going to help Ruin.
Ruin. Okay. So Ruin will get extra d6 damage bonus to their attack, and you'll get 2d6 damage bonus to your next attack, assuming that you're about to attack it also.
Yeah, I'm going to attack it with Burning Pistol.
Yeah.
The one right in front.
24 hits. This guy, right?
And
12 piercing. And he makes a con save. And fails. He doesn't have advantage. And takes an additional 4d6 piercing damage. Roll 4d6.
Oh, that's wrong.
11 more damage.
That's 45.
That was
as
45.
well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even worse.
8. Okay. All right, and then you roll the
and
d4s.
it dies in 2 days.
In 2 days, he'll die. No problem. You just gotta keep this fight going for 2 days.
Done.
And that ends Hand's turn.
All right. Ruin.
He will smack at the guy 3 times.
That's a hit.
Advantage.
Yeah,
And then
'cause
you
he's-
get a d6 because of the help feature.
right. Yeah. So 15 plus a d6.
What is it? How do you do a...
/ roll 1d6. That's how I do it anyway. Did it roll it correctly?
I think it did.
I think it did, yeah. Okay, so 5. So 20 total?
Yeah. And then does it help what's his name? Hands? Did it do like an extra damage if it hits? Or is it later?
I think that was the D6, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hands, we gave you your extra 2d6 damage, right? When you shot the thing? Did we? No, we didn't. You should have
No.
got
I don't think we did.
you should have got an extra 2d6 damage too. Can you go ahead and roll that? 5. All right.
Does a 21 hit?
21 is just enough to hit. Yeah.
Nice. Is it every time I hit, or is it just one?
I think it's just the ones.
I think it is just the one time, yeah.
Okay.
So 14 more damage.
That hits.
And then you hit again for another 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's it for him.
Okay. Myrkrið?
The last hit hurts, so bonus action rage.
Okay, you weren't even raging.
And nope, Myrkrið loses any semblance of control he might have had. And then 2 attacks. Which I guess I get to add the rage damage now. Oh, that was not with advantage. So that one's with advantage, and then 18 misses, I believe.
Yeah. 31 hits. For 16.
16? Yeah.
Okay.
So. Does this thing circle around me? Does it look like it's trying to reach other things?
Yeah.
Okay, I will like hop over the cart and circle back around it and get in front of it.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. Quartz.
Quartz will move 1, 15, 20, 25, 30, and she's going to cast Dissonant Whispers
On this one?
on this one.
All right. Is that wisdom save?
Yep.
All right. Wisdom save. It's a fail. He doesn't have advantage. Target must make a wisdom save on a failed save. It takes 3d6 psychic damage. It must immediately use its reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, so it takes 7 psychic damage. Is that right?
Yep.
And has to flee.
So it does no damage to the creature. Unexpectedly, the psychic damage doesn't seem to affect it. It is immune to psychic damage.
No problem. Because it's going to take opportunity attacks when it runs away.
All right, so it has to flee. This isn't a charm or anything like that, right?
I don't.
So.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
doesn't say charm anywhere on it.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure. All right, so it has to run away, use its reaction.
Unless it counts as deafened, and then it would automatically succeed.
I don't think so. No. It's not a frighten either, is it? No, it's not deaf or anything like that. Doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or pits on a success. Okay. If available to move as far away as its speed allows away from you. On its so I guess it's its normal movement speed that it moves 30 feet away from you. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
And it should take opportunity attacks from all 3 of them.
Faithless Sorrow from Ruin.
And the dancing item.
And the dancing item, sure.
Nice.
Sorrow. Okay, so who got a 21 or higher? Everybody, except for Faithless Sorrow. No, she has advantage because it's in the glow, so she hits 2. So Ruin. And then, okay, so we got a total of Ruin crit. So you got 19 plus 8 is 27 plus 8 is 35 damage.
36.
36.
Oh, wait.
19.
Right.
30, 35.
That's so bad.
Okay, it's definitely bloodied now. Unironically bloodied because it is a blood golem. It's a creature I invented. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So it takes all that damage, runs away. You got it away from Faithless Sorrow, which is probably good.
Yeah, that was my action.
Okay.
And then my dancing item's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's gonna attack.
Sure.
Where's my... There it is. 22.
That hits. Or another 6.
And that ends Quartz's turn.
All right. Diviners?
All right, they're gonna hit this thing twice.
Yeah, 28 hits. Or 14 thunder damage.
No, they have disadvantage on attack roll against targets other than you.
Okay. All right.
And then you're gonna attack twice, so
It is now also bloodied. Uh, 28 hits again. Another 8.
and then they're gonna just move. It's like, come here.
Okay, so you go to run away. It gets an attack of opportunity on you, right?
Correct. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
16 misses, I bet.
It misses. That ends my turn.
Okay. Faithless Sorrow. Let's see. She's got something up her sleeve, surely. Probably not a good idea to get back in melee range when you have, like, so little
Drink
health.
from the well. It's gonna replenish you.
How come she can't control these? Jeez.
Right? No blood bending.
Yeah, she doesn't have blood bending, unfortunately. We don't want to go too crazy, I guess. Could hurt a lot of you guys here. We'll just do something kind of simple. We'll do Snillix Snowball Storm. Let's see here. Flurry of magical snowballs. You choose a point within range. Each creature in a 5-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dex save. So I guess she could hit both of them, right? She could put it like right here. Or here and hit both of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they both make dex saves. Let me make sure that's right with her casting. Yeah, her DC is actually 18, not 16. Okay. So dex saves from them. They both fail. Dex save. Creature takes 3d6 cold damage on a failed save when you cast a spell and your spell slot 3rd level or higher. Okay. So they both take 10 cold damage, and that's it? It doesn't know extra effects? All right. Cool. 10 cold damage. They were immune to cold damage. It does nothing to them.
Everyone knows that blood doesn't freeze. What is she thinking?
Well, she's trying.
Deity of the water suit people.
All right. Blood Golem's turn. This one has disadvantage, but on attacking Myrkrið, but it's going to try to anyways.
It cancels out because he also has advantage.
Yeah. All right. 27 and a 21.
27 hits, 21 misses.
Take 20 bludgeoning damage.
Half to 10 now.
This one is you're the closest to it, so it's gonna go after you. Well, I guess the dancing item is right there.
Yeah, but to kill it.
Yeah, let's kill the dancing item. Actually, yeah, let's kill the dancing item. Actually, well, let's kill the dance.
Well, actually.
2 attacks on the dancing item. 26 and a 20.
Both hit.
For total of 37 bludgeoning damage. Magical.
Okay. 43.
What's its health at?
43.
Okay. That is their turns. Hands. I guess we're back at the top of the round. Do you guys want to wrap up here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Please.
Did we lose somebody already?
Yep.
Who did we lose? Was it Mori? No, Mori's here. Was it Ferdy? Ferdy's out already. Ferdy's like, I gotta go. All right. Well, we will pick up next session and figure out what happens here. So we've got the group divided into 2 groups. This is, by the way, this is the encounter I've been trying to give you guys for several sessions. Where I was like, I can't wait. It might be a combat encounter. It might not.
The one that I rolled like 20 sessions ago.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So half the group got to have the encounter. The other group, don't worry, I have an encounter for you also.
Oh no.
It's a brain stealer dragon.
It's the brain stealer dragon. Yeah, big surprise, elder brain dragons here.
Yay.
But yeah, we'll find out next time how the other group is doing. Maybe we'll pick up with the other group next time, just for suspense. And then
in the middle of the fight.
and then like halfway through the episode, we'll jump back
I
to
like that.
this fight. Yeah. I think that's cool. So I want to thank you guys all for playing today. You guys all did awesome. You're all fantastic, lovely people. Thank you guys for watching. I guess we'll do some shout out stuff. So you can jump in the Discord. It is free. It is public. You can see the crazy memes like the seahorse thing that we saw at the beginning of the session today. Just go to this link here. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description below. You can also once again jump over to deviantart.com/Jessica Pegarero for the art for Vash, Wolfrin's other character from this show. You can go to Instagram, TikTok, and coffee.com/Ace of Wands Designs for awesome arts and stuff from Joeann, who played Cursed for you guys today. And I guess you can find me around the internet. I'll post my link tree, but I feel like if you're hearing this, if you're watching this, you already know where the places is. But there's my link tree again. All that stuff's in the description below. If you guys had fun watching the show today, if you guys had fun with the game, make sure you hit the like button below, hit the subscribe so you can see all the things, because I got to do my typical YouTuber spiel. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a fantastic night and a great week. We'll be back Wednesday with some more Broken, and then we'll come back Monday with some more Forest of Flesh. But thanks, everybody. Everybody have a great night. Do we have any remembers from
Bye.
Zach?
And remember, if you die, you'll forget.
Thank you, Zach. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye, folks.
Good night.
Night.
Peace.
Bye, guys.